will lead things off for us. Our first event of the morning. It is Catalyst and presented by Velites.
So we start off with that 200-meter ski erg, 10 chest to bar pull-ups, 10 single leg squats, 20-foot handstand walk, and work our way back. 10 single leg squats, 10 muscle ups, and 200-meter on the ski with that 6-minute time cap. This is going to be fast, and it is very technical.
Well, you mentioned it short, powerful this morning. 6 minutes on our time cap is nothing to sneeze at because the athletes are going to have to get to work pretty quickly and get things sorted. Now you're outside, you're on that bubble, looking into that top three for our final day of competition. What's your mindset going in? And if you're in that top three, how do you protect that top three position?
I think if you're outside the top three, it's time to throw caution to the wind. I mean, we're not trying to protect ourselves for 2 more days of competition. These are your last 2 events. And then if you think about it, it's 6 minutes and then 5 minutes. So you have 11 minutes of time. It's time to just get crazy. Now, if you are one of the ones that is up on the top, the worst thing you can do is try to compete defensively. You don't want to hold back trying to conserve.
I like that phrase.
You know?
That's a good phrase.
Well, I mean, we used to talk about that in wrestling. You don't want to wrestle not to lose. You want to wrestle to win. So be aware of what's going on out there because, again, like, you know, with the majority of our different divisions out here, everyone that you're competing against is out there, so you know exactly who you need to beat. So be smart about that, but don't hold back. Get after it.
We are underway with our standing diagnosed divisions.
Molly Todd right there in the front of your screen. Again, working on these ski calories here. Ideally, what you're looking for is a strong pull, not necessarily a long pull. If there's wasted space on that pull, then you're just doing a lot of extra work and not getting any work out of it. So if you're a taller athlete, reach up nice and high. Lock down. I really like what Molly has right there. That connection between her arms and her torso is really important. It's very tight, not a lot of wasted space down at the bottom.
Our gentlemen starting things off, and Ryan Keller.
And quickly moving through those pull-ups into the pistols. So these are your single leg squats. And again, what the judge is going to be looking for is that hip crease to go below the knee.
Katie Bure is one of those athletes today that needs to start making a move. She's 34 points back from the lead. Alina Weidlich from Germany, based out of Stuttgart.
Now, on those single leg squats, they didn't say that you had to do it alternating. You didn't have to go back and forth. You didn't have to do whatever. It was any way to get it done. No problem there for Katie on the handstand walks at all.
Alina Weidlich on the inside of Katie. There are your 1 and 2 for the start of competition.
Marzal right there, already making his way back. You see those pink shoes up in the air. Already making his way back into that second set of pistols really quick.
Greg Carter, your leader by a long way in the standing diagnosed division. He has a 96-point lead over Jorge Lozano.
Greg Carter right there. Look at that beautiful hip hop for those bar muscle ups. 10 of them he's got to hit, and it looks like he's going to go all the way through for unbroken.
We're back to the ski to finish things off. Vincent Marthal on the left with no shirt. Greg Carter in the green shirt on the right.
Our ladies working on their bar muscle ups over here. Katie Bure is right in the middle in the green shorts. But first to get to her ski. Whoa, a little struggle there.
Alina Weidlich is on a mission this morning, as she has been for the entire 3 days. A 34-point lead. And you say don't protect that lead, get after it. Alina doing exactly that.
Well, look at the tempo that she's pulling at. You see her all the way on the left-hand side of your screen in the orange shorts. Very strong. Look at the rapid tempo. Again, it's only 200 meters, so you don't have time to slow down, especially when you have someone like Katie Bure right next to you.
Alison Hagland, your top 3 on the women's side of competition are your first 3 Greg Carter finished up already. Halfway through our time cap, 6 minutes on our cap for this morning for Catalyst. Raised Roberta. And there's Tyler Thornton on the left-hand side, Vincent Mathal. And Mathal sitting in third position currently. That is going to jump him up. Going to depend on the results for Jorge Lozano. I like the fact that it's short, sharp. You're not spending too much time if you're efficient at all the movements on the list. You can get through that pretty quickly. But if you've got a hole in your game, it's going to expose it really quickly.
Well, okay, obviously if you're don't have one of the movements or you're not very strong at one of the movements, you immediately are going to jump down and drop back a couple spots. Past that, there aren't necessarily a lot of reps that you have to do, right? So the rep count is pretty short. So what that means is execution becomes really important. You can't fail a rep, or if you do fail a rep, you immediately drop down again. So it's really important to, one, hit every single one of these movements correctly, not have your just give you no rep, but then two, be able to do that efficiently and keep yourself up at the top of the game.
And it's Poquet having a break in between muscle up reps. Florian Grulke heads back to the rig. Tyler Thornton unsuccessful with that. And pistols or single leg squats is one of those movements that if you haven't practiced, it is really hard to pull it out of the bag and bring it competition day.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it should be no big deal, but there's a lot of flexibility that comes into play with the pistol. And then a lot of strength. I mean, you have to figure all your body weight, whatever it is that you weigh, being done with one leg.
Raquel Soriano and Maya Rose, both at chicken wing position.
You know, and I would say you don't want to have that chicken wing at least for, technique's sake, but in a competition setting, hey man, do whatever you need to do to get yourself up there. It is a little dangerous. It does kind of put your shoulder into a precarious position, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But that was a great get right at the end.
Oh, Maya Rose sneaking in just under that time cap. Raquel Soriano, one of our Mexican athletes, getting her last rep with a couple of seconds to spare as well. And our first look at the Catalyst, initial thoughts.
I love it. I love how fast it is. I love the execution element to it. And I'll tell you what, there was Greg Carter was fantastic with his speed, and same thing with that battle against Kelly Burris on the women's side.
What's up? It's Ben from Watt Prep. So I'm Ben. I own the company Watt Prep. I'm here with a lot of my team members. We are here. We have a booth at the CrossFit Games, and this week we are coaching a lot of our one-on-one athletes. We are giving away actually a full year-long big prize package scholarship that we're inviting people to apply for. Basically, it's a full year of
Jody Hudson. Catalyst. There's Eleanor Bamba. Screen. Oh. It's that awkward time when, what do you do for this time before you start?
I think you don't want to think. I mean, like, just kind of want to get going. You know you're in your last day. Want to make sure you have a chalk there. Try to slowly breathe in down a little bit. Take some big breaths of air. Get some good oxygen in you because you know you're going to get to work here in just a bit. We saw how fast it went in that last heat. This is going to be something really similar. Now, the people that are nervous are the ones that are worried a little bit about, like, okay, what's my pistol going to look like? How's my handstand walk going to be?
Sebastian Perez just asking John Jarrett, do we do it? This, and this. And the
I mean, there are a lot of things there. That's true. There are a lot of things you got to do there. So
camaraderie's been great Alison Hansen, great interview yesterday. Hey, things haven't gone her way. She's had a few problems in regards to her shoulders coming into competition, but she goes, I could have sat back and done nothing. But no, I'm going to keep trying the entire way through because that's what we do.
Yeah, she is a battler for sure and a warrior. It's going to be interesting to see how she fares on the pistols and what that's going to do with her. I know she was saying something about her hips were pretty sore yesterday with the thrusters.
Joel Stevens and the bearded panda, Omar Glacius. Only the second last time we're going to see him on the competition floor.
That's what he says. We'll see.
Retirement coming for Omar, but I don't think we're going to let him, are we?
Omar with those short, choppy steps. Now, especially in this short duration of distance that these athletes have to do, you want to make sure that every single stroke counts, so it does need to be fast. You got to keep yourself moving. You got to keep yourself moving all the way through this. Move quick, but save your energy for those gymnastic skills. And the one that I'm talking about is going to be those bar muscle-ups. If you have them, you want to be fit and ready to go so you can take out big sets, big chunks of them, if not get all done at one time.
And one of those movements that is unforgiving, if your technique is off by a little way, you're going to fatigue so much quicker.
All of our athletes off the ski, making their way over to the pull-ups. I can't even say that because we have athletes that are already working into their pistols on the men's side. Lane number 7, Vincent Cavalos, is already working on his pistols. Same thing with big Luke Reeson, and I was curious about what that pistol was going to look like for him because it's a long ways to go down, whereas everyone else is going to have a much shorter time on that.
Bailey Hooper.
Oh, hey, guess what? Gymnastics. Wow, fancy that.
5 wins.
She just turned around.
Yes, 5 wins from 5 events for Bailey Hooper, looking for her 4th title. You are kidding me. She's just done everything unbroken and continues. Are we going to see her progress the same way? The backhand.
I mean, this is all gymnastics, and when you have a high-level gymnast in there, let's see if she gets all of them.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Come on.
She's. I mean, thanks for the 6 minutes. I guess.
I'll just take 2 of those.
Right. Wow, fantastic work by Bailey.
Bailey Hooper.
Bailey crushing it.
Onto the ski already once the final calorie is done.
Vincent Cavalos up there in the black. I can see him. He's looked fantastic all the way through on all of these movements as well. And being pushed. Bailey's not really being pushed by anybody, but Vincent, there is a battle on the men's side.
Vincent Cavazos is leading the way in this heat, but Luke Reeson with a massive lead. He has 108 points up on Vincent Cavazos. Shane Russell in 3rd. Dan Brady on the outside looking in. Hooper about to finish up, bottom left. It won't even be half the time cap for your 3-time champ, looking to make it 4, and I don't think there's going to be any stopping Bailey Hooper.
And as Bailey is crushing it over here on the top right, Omar Iglesias failed 4 reps on his final bar muscle-up. I'm waiting for all these guys to see who's going to get there, but on the men's side, it looks like Luke Reeson and Alan Roche are your athletes that are working on the ski. You can just see them back there in the background there.
Omar grabbing a riser now. Great you mentioned that good battle between Vincent, Luke, and Alan. They are your top 5. Alan out of gym training and barbells in France. And here it is. Oh, Luke Reeson.
Oh!
That'll
All right,
do.
double bicep, I'm done.
Reeson will continue his lead, 440 points. Make that 540 points.
I was so curious to see how his big frame was going to handle this gymnastic element. I mean, saw what Bailey Hooper did. She's a smaller athlete.
But Luke Reeson with those pistols, they just look so good.
Effortless.
But as you mentioned, elevator going down, and it's going to take a while for him to get there and get back up. But the other movements, the ski and the bar muscle-ups, absolutely just destroyed them. Vincent Cavazos in that headband continue. And Cody Campbell, I commentated on her on a competition about a couple of months ago and at the Torian Pro earlier on this year, where she was tending, when she was getting to the bar muscle up movement, tending to get too many swings before attempting to get up. And we made a bit of a joke about it off air. How many swings is too many? But Cody Campbell, not messing around at all, but just the height of that pull is the issue.
Now, I think for her, if I was her coach, what I would tell her to do is to jump into the bar a little bit more. So move that pad back, get a little bit of a pendulum swing, because she's stuck underneath that bar. Just can't get her chest around
2024 Adaptive CrossFit Champion Jeremy Gordon is her coach, so he's probably listening on.
Jeremy, come on now. Tell her to jump into that bar. I'm giving you a free cue from the headline, from the sidelines here.
Omar Iglesias, the power down for this last ski. For the first event on day number 3, it is the Catalyst. 200 meters required and starting to slow down a little, but the bulk of the work has been done. Jody Hudson.
Maybe she's not able to walk very well right here, but that is a beautiful handstand. I'll give her that. I'll give her points for that for sure.
Omar complete to the top right of your screen. Dan Brady, those bar muscle ups looking great. Apologies, that's Shane Russell at the top left. Dan Brady bottom top right. And job done for our lower minor. And great 4-shot of our competition floor with our 2 competitions going.
So Strength Flex Fitness is we're basically
Our lane assignments for our ladies. The FloElite Grit and Determination winner from day number 1, Zoe Fiala in lane number 5. We're going to see more from her. Lucy Tristan as well. Lucy had a good day yesterday for our 16-17 boys. Ben Milner shifting that barbell through those thrusters very quickly. And Bradley Bates, gave us some entertaining times within that 9 minutes yesterday for Shark Tank. Our leaders for our 16-17 boys, it is Friso von Saas. Redding Williams jumping himself into second overnight.
Wow, he needed that one.
Lewin Tabuna wrapping up that top 3 for our girls. No surprise to see Kieran McManus only dropping 1 event. All event wins so far except for 1. Anna Katai in second and Fiona Noyes into third, but equal with Letitia Soquika. We will see those athletes in the second of our 16-17 heats coming up straight after this. Our young athletes running out of opportunities to move on that leaderboard. Only 2 opportunities today to wrap things up. Our third and final day of competition, the 2026 Adaptive and Teenage CrossFit Games. Welcome to it, wherever you're joining us right around the world. There is a massive contingent from overseas nations, 21 nations represented here in the teenage divisions out of 80 athletes. That's an incredible thought.
Dan Wilms right there in the front of your screen, just pacing like a
caged tiger.
like a caged tiger, just getting ready to attack this.
Caden Cleveland, 2 in, and then Benjamin Milner. Doing some great stuff yesterday from CrossFit Pontefract in the United Kingdom. Mateus DeMello. And these athletes, they are quite large, especially the boys. And having that reach, making sure they got 1 foot on the start mat, 1 hand on the box at the back end.
which is important. I mean, you got to keep everyone wants to come flying out of the gate on this one, so it's really important that you get everyone in there and keep everyone out there at the exact same time so that they don't have any unfair advantages.
Sorry. Our keys to success, presented by Velites.
You have got to keep yourself moving on this one. It is way too fast to slow down, and you really need to be aware of the gymnastic element of this. So if you have a weakness in one of those gymnastic elements, you have to kind of bring it back just a little bit so you can be as successful as possible. But if you have the capacity, then get after it. So if you watch right there, Mr. Ben Milner flying on those handstand walks. He immediately came right off the bar, right into the handstand walk.
And one skill that these youngsters have been able to learn early, I remember when we were going through CrossFit in our early stages in sort of like the late 2000s, the handstand walk wasn't really one of those movements that came up that often.
No, it really wasn't, because it seemed like it was kind of a, you had to be a circus guy to do something like that. But then we've really started to master that skill. But Ben Milner not having any issue there. The ladies over here working on their handstand walks as well. Like Zoe Fiala is one of your leaders in lane number 5. That's her in the purple shorts, just off to the right-hand side.
Alina Blancas and also Kate Pollard. Zoe Fiala winning the grits and determination award from FloElite on day number 1, and showing us exactly why she's got plenty of grit and determination on day number 3.
As the keys, it just popped up there. You saw the fact that it said you have to be confident in your handstand walk, because that's exactly what Zoe is. Coming directly off the bar muscle up right into the handstand walk, no rest at all. But man, look at that on the outside, up in lane number 8. Blanker's moving shoulder to shoulder with Zoe. Oh, did she get pulled back?
Oh,
that's costly. That's what we were meaning about, that very expensive reps. You can't afford to have a no rep.
Fiala still continuing in the center of the arena. Alina Blancas.
Ben Milner with a fantastic event on the Echo Bike yesterday with the thruster. Look at the speed at which this kid is going as he's finishing up his final lap. I think he's got it down and back, and that's it.
5 shuttle runs required from our 16-17 teens to finish things off. And 1 more to go. And simple stuff from Ben Milner, backing up some great stuff yesterday. Unofficial time of 3:18. Very Bailey Hooper-esque in time domain. Bradley Bates winning his heat yesterday in Shark Tank by 1 rep. That was close, but trying to round out and get this thing done. Keep in mind, we have 2 heats of our 16, 17-year-old division. Our second heat coming up very shortly. Zoe continuing.
And again, very smart. She got her hands across the line like that. That was awesome.
That hand position, interesting. Fingers turned out. Now the shuttle runs commence for Zoe Fiala.
And not waiting at all. The fact she came straight down and right into the sprint. This is one thing. We see the shuttle sprint a lot when it comes to the open and some of the quarterfinal events.
Yes, we have.
But what I like is that it matters here because it's super fast. You can, at the very end, lose it here if you're not smart about how you're moving, about how much gas you're putting on, into it, and what those turns look like.
You're spot on with the open. It's sort of athletes using that as a bit of a recovery piece rather than an all-out sprint piece. Zoe Fiala done. Just under 5 minutes. We have 1 minute remaining. That's going to be a very competitive time. Mateus DeMello getting done as well.
Oh, looks like Zoe either didn't count the number right, had to go down and do another down and back.
So we're going to add about 18 seconds to that finish time. Bit like deja vu, watching it finish again.
Right. Elena Blancos comes across in lane number 8. She's done.
Final 30 seconds now with our second heat coming up of our athletes. Times are going to be important. And this is a great chance for the teenage athletes to go away after this event, break it down and go, okay, where did I lose time? Where could I make up time in the future with each separate movement? Can I run faster?
See Riley Kent right there. We talked about that, what to go and what to work on. Handstand walking. Handstand walking. If it's something that you can't do regularly, especially at this level, it's one thing if you're talking at the Open, but if you're talking about for our World Championship, for our most elite at the games here, you have to have that in your repertoire.
Lane assignments. Kieran McManus looking to nail down a third title. If she competes next year in the 16-17 division, she's going to be the only athlete, if she does win, to win all 4 years of the teenage division. We've seen a number of athletes come through. Winning 3, no one has won 4 for our boys. There's Friso in lane 6. Good to chat to him yesterday as well. Redding in lane 5 and Lua Tabuna from the UK in lane 7. Your top 3 and only 30 points separating first from third. Emil in 4th. Only 5 points out.
It's so close.
Tight races, as we mentioned, at the top of the call. Underway for our next heat. It is our final heat of the 16-17 teenage division. We will get to our 14-15s coming up next for 2 heats.
No, we talked about this shuttle sprint, how, I mean, okay, you don't have to win the shuttle sprint, but it's short, especially the start and the finish one, where you really can't go slow here. So when I look across the floor and I see someone like Redding Williams, he's at the very back of his heat right now. In fact, he's almost about to get lapped. Almost about to get lapped. He's in that number 2 spot. He's the last one to come off. Now, the plus to that is he's got a lot of gymnastics to do. So maybe he's recovering himself, keeping that heart rate down, keeping that chest, that breathing rate down so that he can get through and really go to town and go to work on these bar muscle-ups and the handstand walks. Harrison Kennedy right there with a nice shot of him. There's Redding Williams. Now, we did have a little bit of a no rep right there on Emil Gauche, trying to figure out what's going on. But if Redding wants to get going, he needs to start picking up the pace. He's behind the field right now by a good 10 meters.
Redding Williams finishing up once again. Now, 6'4", 220 pounds. He is a big human. Does it make it harder or easier to do a handstand walk? I know obviously rowing is going to be easy, wall is going to be easy, running is going to be easy with that stride length. With that handstand walk, does it become harder or easier as a taller athlete?
I think that handstand walk is pretty much negligible for the most part, but he does have a big body that he's got to move up over that bar, so it's tougher on the pull, on the gymnastic pull, than it is on that just static handstand walk.
Harrison Kennedy, Liam Delaney at the far end in lanes 1 and 2. Lua Tabuna sitting in equal second position with Redding Williams. Friso, your leader, in second. And Akil Lopez in third. And that handstand walk just starting to slow down a little.
You see Friso right on the right-hand side. He's got his orange shorts on. Not having any problem there. Not in that first place position. He's on the leaderboard, but not in this heat necessarily. Running right next to Tabuna.
Friso and Lewin now drawing level. Lewin Tabuna, there he goes in the green shirt to the right of your screen. So about 1 meter lead, Lewin Tabuna over Fritzo von Saas. It is 1v equals second. Kieran McManus, no surprise to see her in the purple and black. Finishing off, the 16-17 boys are onto their shuttles already. They have got 5 to be done. Lewin Tabuna in the green shirt, pushing ahead. This is going to put him into clear second place.
Whoa!
Oh, and tight going. Unofficial time of 3:28 for Lewin Tabuna. And Bill, you mentioned it in the previous heat. The shuttles, they mean something.
I mean, usually they don't, but now they do. So, I mean, you can get yourself put into the back. I mean, if you're trying to, contain too much, it's bad. But this last set that you have to do, you need to get going unless you're well ahead of the group.
Kieran McManus, 495 points out of a possible 500 so far. Have to check the times on our previous heat, but it could be now, sitting in 595 out of 600 points. Dominating once again, unofficial time of 4 minutes, 11 seconds. Catalyst is delivering this morning. And the boys coming home quickly, Carl Hoberg. And Harrison Kennedy, Liam Delaney having a foot race down for that final shuttle. Letitia Sequeira is all done, bottom left of your screen. Oh, Kira McManus nearly getting cleaned up by Anna Katai, who's currently in second. Redding Williams, unofficial time of 4:57. And there's Anna Katai now. Katai sitting in second, 35 points back from McManus. And it is going to be a few more points now. So Katai, one of those movements. She's going to have to get to work and just fine tune. And when you're at this point in time and you're a 16, 17 or 14, 15 division athlete, you have got the time to fix any holes in your game.
Oh, and there's a lot of just physical growth that's happening over these 4 years with these athletes. So master the movement, get that locked down. You can start working on some really amazing movement patterns, and then as your body starts to grow a little bit and so it starts to mature just naturally, those proper movement patterns will become just amazing movements.
Time is up. Julia Konovalova just getting in. Charlotte Atkinson was one shuttle run away from finishing. Fiona Noyes the same. In position just below Scotland on the East Coast. Our 14 to 15 division. Max Hugerwerf, one of those athletes, again, well over 6 feet tall. And will it be a detriment to go through these handstand walks? Find that the smaller athletes, we saw Bailey Hooper earlier this morning, absolutely annihilate the gymnastics components. Yes, they are doing a different variation of this event. But the handstand walk, she was so good.
Yeah, and the handstand walk is going to be an important thing here, that transition from handstand walk to the bar muscle up for these athletes. And if you have that confidence, then you can really go ahead and push on the shuttle sprint, which we see all of our athletes out here doing right now. On the men's side, look at that fast transition. If you look over in lane number, I think that's lane number 2 or 3. I'm trying to see what lane it is. They're moving so fast. Look at that shuffle to the back there in the green shorts. I think that's lane 3. In the green shorts, Coburn Riley. Quick turnaround as he dives in. I love how he sets that up so he has a quick stretch reflex down at the bottom to bounce out of the hole there. Same thing there by Simon Lurch. Same deal.
But Corbin Riley, that upright torso and relaxed movement, but moving those legs really fast, a bit like Roadrunner, I suppose. Things up top are looking nice and calm, and it's like a duck underwater.
Yeah, down below, it's all craziness.
Yeah, and everything on top, nice and calm, everything's smooth.
Simon Lurch, look at those beautiful hand bar muscle-ups pressing out at the top. Like, those are even almost over-correct. So beautiful.
You're at the age of 14, 15, and you're in this division. Your bar muscle-ups start to look like this at this early age. How do you keep improving them?
It's not a matter of improving once you have good movement there. Wow, that was a beautiful turnaround by Garo. It's not a matter of trying to improve from that. It's a matter of building the strength and the capacity. So as you get a little bit bigger, you start getting more muscle mass on, you get heavier. You want that same movement pattern to hold. It's just like that.
Stina Orell out of Sweden. And Tenley Brooklyn. The T-shirt is coming down for these athletes, and it's one of those factors that they've got to keep in mind. Do you dispense with the shirt immediately so you're free?
I guess honestly, I never really think about that. I mean, if it's gonna get in your way and fall off like that, I've never had my T-shirt fall off me like that. I don't know.
So Gail really battling not just with the time duration of the handstand, but that T-shirt, it's got to be annoying.
Yes, I would have taken it off right away, without a doubt. There's not a doubt. It's right. It's falling down by his mouth right there. Take it, dude, strip that thing, rip that thing off right now.
It's irritating, Bill, so please take it off. Don't worry about your own comfort. Gia Griffith. Again, you've got to remember, 14 and 15 years of age, a massive future physically for these athletes if they're starting their young age, their mid-teens, looking this good with all these movements.
Well, you know, with Gia, what I was really hoping to see on this one is, or not hoping to see, curious to see. She talked about earlier how she's strong. She'd been working on her conditioning and her gymnastics, and this is purely gymnastics on this in gymnastic capacity. So to watch what she can do here and see where she is, it's like, all right, cool. How far have we progressed? Gymnastics under duress is always really difficult. I know I personally am good at all the gymnastics until you start breathing hard. Then it's a whole different deal.
Simon Lurch absolutely dominating so far. And the gymnastics components of Catalyst, the bar muscle up, the handstand walk, he has not slowed any. A lot more deliberate with the movement on the second. Gail Gatto. Don't worry about that shirt. It's not causing me any issues.
See, he just wants to hurry up and get done so we can take the shirt off. That's what it was. He hurt us. It was okay.
But you think about the 1%ers. The athletes need to nail down the 1%ers when it gets to competition, because that's going to enable you to improve. And
what's that? I won? Yes, I did. I heard you. I heard you.
I did it with my shirt on.
I heard you.
Gael getting completed just over that 4-minute mark. And Lurch now didn't look like he was that impressed about having to get started with his 5 shuttle runs to finish. But he's going to have plenty of time to get this completed. Gatto from Argentina, your winner for our first heat of our 14-15 boys in just over 4 minutes. The athletes on the floor have just over 1 minute before we hit our time cap. Oscar Doutrama is in as well, and Lurch just behind. So Oscar getting in, lane number 6. Was absolutely sprinting down just that little bit quicker. Ariane and Tenley are our 1 and 2. Ariane Choquette from Canada, the bottom left of your screen. And Tenley Brooklyn in the lane alongside lane number 9.
in a drastic difference between our 16, 17-year-olds and our 14, 15-year-olds when it comes to this on the women's side. We don't have any of our young ladies yet in the shuttle sprint. They're all trying to get through that final segment of the handstand walk with those 10 seconds left to go in that 6-minute cap.
Edward and Timio getting completed. And Tenley starting her shuttles. It won't be enough time for Tenley to get finished up. But 6 minutes, tough going for some of our athletes. For some, like a Gael Garo from Argentina, walk in the park.
But man, I tell you, if you had, this was all gymnastics, all gymnastics. Sure, there was a shuttle sprint in the beginning and the end there, but it's all about the gymnastic prowess.
Seven. They are your top three, Millie Strawn, as I said. Only a few points out of that top three. And all of the work to do in the next 6 minutes. Athletes getting to work. Our keys to success, presented by Velites.
So with our event here, you really need to be aware of the gymnastic portion. So yes, you need to get going on the sprints here, it's important, but you have to be able to handle the gymnastics. So be confident with the handstand walks. Make sure you have enough to get through those bar muscle-ups and not get hung up, and then open up the throttle on that last set of shuttle sprints.
Athletes all getting to the bar muscle-ups at relatively the same time. Tamate McCall in the all black in the center of the arena for the boys. That ponytail flipping up, hitting him in the head each time. Good way to count your reps, I suppose.
Oliveira on the boys' side first off, but he's not the first one down the floor. Look how fast we have our young men all the way on the left-hand side of your screen there with that quick turnaround.
Alex Honore, your leader. One of our Belgian athletes. And as Tenley said, she was very proficient at the gymnastics movement, not so good on the shuttles. You've got to get that happy balance between what is happening with the shuttle runs and the gymnastics components.
You want to talk about proficiency on the gymnastics.
Alex is looking great. Alex, the speed of the handstand walk, impressive. Roxy Rabane in all green, center of your screen.
Super fast transition for her as well. Roxy, very fast turnaround, coming off the bar and going right into the handstand walk. Even if she wasn't super confident, it's great for her to hop out there and start knocking off those segments one at a time like that.
Hand position, again, something that's going to be comparable to only yourself. And a 45-degree angle for that hand position for your leader, Roxy Rabane. She has got a massive lead over the rest of the competition. Only dropping 20 points so far out of a possible 500.
That's how you do a bar muscle-up, just in case you wanted to know. Just in case you're curious what they're supposed to look like, that's what it looks like when it's perfect.
Alex,
just letting you know.
Taking a quick break. Yes, he's going quick. We've only hit the 3-minute mark. Roxy in the all green. In the background, it is Lexi Finn.
Which is crazy. Lexi said that she didn't like the barbell stuff. She's definitely putting it to work on the gymnastic element.
Roxy to work once again. 85 points ahead of Reese Morangiello. Reese is in lane number 5.
Lexi Finn right there, beautiful handstand walk. You can see her pressing through on those handstand walks. A little bit of hang of that leg just to kind of keep, I mean, she's got a lot of length on those legs, so she's just trying to keep the amount of balance that she has to work with out of the line there.
And
Roxy's
now,
starting to shut down a little bit.
Yeah,
starting to break
fatigue
down.
has really started to kick in.
And I think what it is that she knows she's in that race with Lexi to her left. A lot of extra balance right there that Roxy has to do. We talk about the legs being better when they're put together. I know she's not training that way, but when she gets a chance, that's going to be best.
Our final sprint for Alex Honore. Here he goes. Taking a short break after those bar muscle ups, but don't worry about this finish. We are all guns blazing this morning for the Belgian, who is about to finish up. And a great time for him. And 4:48 unofficial time. And absolutely pumped with that one. Lexi Finn from New Zealand needs to start making a move up that leaderboard. She's currently in third, and she's sitting 110 points behind Roxy Rabane. Not enough time for anyone.
Oh!
Dante Hernandez wanted to do some more work. Judge goes, no, you're done. Lexi Finn, bottom right of your screen, done. Your leader, Vinny Oliveira, top right, gets finished up, as does Roxy Rabane on the bottom left. Riley Taylor. Nearly time to finish up for him and for Enzo Oliveira at the bottom of your screen. Ethan Ferreo not able to get the handstand walk complete either. Some tough ones for our young athletes hitting the competition floor.
Minor division, we have that 200-meter ski, 10 chest-to-bar pull-ups, 10 single-leg squats, burpee broad jumps for 20 feet, 10 single-leg squats, 10 muscle-ups, and 20 final meters on the ski for that 6-minute cap. You know what's crazy is I tell people in the gym all the time, don't go to the same rack, don't grab the same bar, don't grab the same ball just because, and it freaks them out. So our athletes out here, you know that they have, or if they haven't, they're getting a whole new barbell and a whole new equipment here at, on every one of these events. So it's a good test for them.
We are back to our adaptive divisions once again. Our neuro minor division on the competition floor right now. Tina Murdoch chasing down your leader, Giada Serpellini. Scott Bell didn't mind throwing around a heavy barbell yesterday.
No, he did not.
Shark Tank. There was some danger kicking around, but Scott Bell, no issues with that at all.
If you look at Scott's shoes, he's got his Olympic lifters right now. No Olympic lifting to be had in this event, but you'll see a lot of athletes will use that for the pistol just to get themselves into a little bit better position.
Scott Bell currently sitting in 8th position. Our leader, it is now Thomas Fagnier from CrossFit Grenoble, just ahead on countback to Ben Fallon. And only 12 points back to Johan van Heerden. We've got a tight race for our neuro minor division. Giada Serpellini, as I mentioned, ahead. A little bit of breathing space back to Esther Daru, Tina Murdoch rounding out that top 3. And a good chance that top 3 will remain the same. Camille Choquet close to screen. And there is Hector Torres from CrossFit Loco Oco.
Nice, big, strong pulls. Again, it's not a far distance on the ski that these athletes have to do, but you want to make sure that you're utilizing each one of those pulls. So I like the short, choppy stroke that we see here with Hector. I think he can reach up a little bit higher to get a little bit more length on that pull. Again, it's the power that goes into that where there's actual work being done on the cable. So higher reach, shorter stretch out the bottom. You don't have to extend those arms all the way past your knees or anything as you're moving. And you don't want those shoulders to go down below the hips.
Giada Serpellini, comfortable lead, 42-point lead for Giada Serpellini over Esther Deroux. Clement Blanc Patine, Giada Serpellini, 1 rep remaining now. And that riser, a massive help, reducing the distance to drop down from the bar each time.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you've got to utilize that equipment,
The Frenchman.
Burpee broad jump. Again, looking to see, I like the step up that Blanc Baton has there. Getting himself out there, looking to make sure that the hands go down right where the feet are. He's working back into those pistols. Again, we see some of these athletes out there with their lifters on. None of these guys do here.
Thomas Fagnier doing it easy. Ben Fallon, bar muscle ups on the far left of your screen. Thomas Fagnier making his way to the bar muscle ups, and Adam Nilchik to the far right of your screen. Nilchik in your top 3 last year, currently sitting in 5th.
Esther Deroux working through her pistols.
Esther sitting in 2nd position.
Looks like she got a no rep on that one. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was the depth all the way down. Oh, she put her foot down before she stood up. That's what the issue was. All the way up, then puts her foot down. Strong work there.
Giada Serpellini. Doing what she has to do to get these reps complete. How much time is too long to rest?
Depends on what the rest of the field is doing.
True.
So with Giada in that lead position, she was seeing where Esther was. She saw where Esther was, and it's like, okay, she's not back yet. I can rest. I know where everyone else is on the floor. I'm the only one on the rig, so I don't have to worry about it right now. I can give myself some time to rest.
Our gentleman, looks like Ben Fallon is finished up. He's lying on the floor just to the bottom left of your screen. Fagnier, he gets done in the center in the black and green. Fagnier will hold on to his lead. A little bit of breathing space for Fagnier. Back to Johan van Heerden. Ben Fallon will move into first outright. 410 points apiece for Fagnier and Fallon coming into this. Only seconds separating Giada Serpellini and Tina Murdoch. You're 1 and 2 for the females. Have to see exactly where results fall for the gentleman. Johan van Heerden, 12 points back, but that 1v2, Fagnier will be able to hold out Van Heerden for the meantime. Ben Fallon has put destiny in his own hands. Can he finish ahead of Fagnier in the final event to take out the win? Hector Torres, as you mentioned, shoes. For the weightlifting shoes, they can be a massive benefit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to do what you need to do. Something that I just noticed here. Tina Murdoch, as we're coming into our last minute, look at the way that she's setting up for her down on the bottom right-hand screen. Setting up for her muscle up. She has a turned hand on the one side to make it really tough to get up over the bar. She's able to chicken wing on the first side, but if you watch her right hand, she's an underhand grip, which is crazy. She's able to get it, but it's a big battle. See the chicken wing there? She's trying to push up, so that means it's all on the one arm. She's fighting for it, though. My goodness.
Isn't she what? Bottom right of your screen, Tina Murdoch battling. David Piper, top right of your screen. Lawrence Saul, bottom left. And Scott Bell, the top left. And getting the height of that bar muscle up. It's interesting to see athletes get a rep, and then the next rep is nowhere near high enough.
Right.
And that fatigue level just drops considerably rep to rep. Tina Murdoch will continue to battle as Giada Cipollone, one of our only athletes to get completed on the female side, and she will continue to lead. One event remaining, and the buffer for Giada Cipollone will continue.
We're with a company called PWR. It's Pursue, Win, Repeat. So we specialize in backpacks. That's kind of our flagship item. So we have a
bar pull-ups, 10 on the single leg squats, a 20-foot handstand walk, 10 more single leg squats to 10 muscle ups, and that final 200-meter ski with that 6-minute time cap. Fast and furious.
We don't want it any other way for day number 3, do we?
I mean, no, let's keep it exciting. Keep that excitement up.
Athletes getting to work immediately. We have our lower AK on one side of the competition floor. We have our lower BK, both men's divisions. And Twinkle Toes. Ross Austin from the UK. Finding it a little bit easier to take that prosthetic off and ski with one leg, knowing the pistols are coming up.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a matter of understanding how to work with your equipment, do what you need to do here. Chest to bar pull-ups to be had across the table. We can see a handful of butterfly, great butterfly shots there.
An athlete's a choice to, if they have a prosthetic, choice of whether or not they use it. Ross Austin getting work very quickly. He said day one wasn't his day. He was looking forward to these components, which are going to be a little bit easier for him. Chewy out in the lead of their seats and on the leaderboard as well.
Gutierrez trying to figure out what he needs to do for his handstands, or I think there's a little bit of confusion. They're working on his 10 pistols. So hip crease below the knee. This is the modification that they do for this division. Sit down on the box, raise the knee up.
Anthony Gutierrez, Chewy they call him, 30 points ahead of Giuseppe Ciulo, who is in the lane adjacent. Is that what you want? Do you want your direct competitor who's battling for the lead right next to you so you can see them, or do you want them further away so you can't see them?
No, I like having them right next to me. That way I can pace off them, or if nothing else, I can try to push the pedal to the metal a little bit and try to break them. So you get to play a little bit of head games. Can't do head games when you're in lane 1 and they're in lane 10.
Jose Aprecido Costafilo. And there's Tristan Thomas in the lower BK division. Charlie Holford is just standing alongside Tristan Thomas. Getting finished already. 3.5 minutes in. Time ticking away for our athletes. Maddie Freitas. Charlie Holford still sitting with Tristan Thomas, coaching him through that handstand. Oh, that was close for Tristan. Time now ticking away for our athletes. Takahiro Mura, CrossFit Arawa, one of our Japanese athletes. Oh, that was a better one.
There he goes.
Maddie Shepherd coming into the screen as well. Representing the United Kingdom, but living in Bangkok. 9-month-old baby, and he's a school teacher by trade, is Maddie Shepherd. As Takahiro Mura continues his progress. Chappie Hunter, and alongside him is Bruno Rodriguez. Chappie's so happy yesterday in his interview, but so content with the support he's got from his community and everyone else here at the San Jose McHenry Convention Center.
Oh, almost by Hunter. Almost able to get that chest up over top. Can lean back just a little bit more. Get a little bit more of that whip. I like that he's jumping from the back here, a little bit of that pendulum swing.
Last 15 seconds. Oh, Chappie, that
again,
was so close.
So close.
Last chance. Oh, that was even closer. Chappie. Don't worry about
Hey,
if he's
man,
putting
good
any
work.
effort in.
Yeah, good work for sure.
He's definitely doing that. Benitez.
200 meters on the ski, 10 chest-to-bar pull-ups, 10 single-leg squats, 20-foot handstand walk, 10 single-leg squats, again, 10 muscle-ups in that 200-meter ski for that 6-minute time cap.
Our lane assignments. There are your ladies for the vision impaired. Andrea Valle is doing a great job in season 2026 and leading the way by 40 points over Emma Hood and Mary Collin. For our men, Johan Salas getting the jump on Hunter Tribe, but only by 10 points. We've got 90 points back to Tom Dupreez, who's only got 10 points ahead of Nick Bullock. So this vision impaired division is going to come down to the wire. 2 chances left to move up that leaderboard. And you start panicking if you're on that bubble, you're in the verge of that top 3, and you're running out of events to gain points.
Do you? Yeah. Because now it's pressure on placing, not even pressure on how you perform, but how you place. I mean, and it's hard to be sitting right on that bubble and not think about the outcome. Put all this time, all this energy, and you're right there on the line. No one wants to be just outside, the velvet curtain there on the podium. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure. They need to take the pressure off themselves though, so that they can perform. Because this workout, this event especially, has to do with execution. And if you execute it correctly, you're going to do fantastic.
Our vision impaired division. Scalar teams on the left. Hannah Corpella, Shelley Williams, your 3 athletes closest to screen. Sarah Nappy over there in the purple shorts. And the handlers, what a remarkable job they are doing. Noah Cook here on screen. Just getting some awareness of where they are on the competition floor and where they need to be. John O'Heenan. Bottom of your screen to the far right, Nick Bullock, who is in one of those spots. 3 athletes in, 4 athletes in. Here's Tom Dupree sitting in that 3rd spot, just 10 points ahead. Carl Arredondo going through the movement pattern.
Handlers putting our athletes over to the ski so they can get to work on those ski ergs. Some big, powerful, quick pulls there. I really like that. Martinez in the green shorts. She's going to work. Again, 200 meters here for the ski for all of our athletes on the men's side and the women's side. The handler letting the athletes know just how many meters they have to go and what's coming up next. Getting them ready as they're going to get them ready to transition from the ski over to their bar for their pull-ups.
Arredondo not too far away from finishing. Mary Collin in the center of the screen. And Emma Hood to the far right. 2 of your top 3 all chasing down your leader, Sarah Nappy. Sarah sitting in 4th position. Level with Mary Collin. Count back, important. So finishing higher every single placement. If there is a tie at the end of competition, you are going to progress forward on countback with the number of higher place finishes. Andrea Valle continuing her lead. She's got a 40-point buffer ahead of Emma Hood, who has 90 points ahead of Mary Collin. So 1 and 2 pretty much secure for our vision impaired division. 3rd place up for grabs.
That walkover push-up. See Hunter Tribe right there in the beard. Very fast on those walkovers, going for those reps.
Our 20 push-up plate walkovers. 8 inches our height. There's Bullock with some work to do. And you're sitting in that 4th position. And you're 10 points out of the lead. You've got 2 events to work through. How difficult is it knowing that if you just, because of one event will constitute a division, how do you pick and how do you know when to push to get that placement ahead of your competitor that's sitting just ahead?
No, you can't think of which one am I going to do or which movement am I going to do. You have to think, I need to perform to my all-time best right now in this event. I just have to get after it. You have 2 events to do it. You have to make both of them count. You have to maximize the points that you're going to get to try to get up the leaderboard. Now, granted, can you affect what everyone else is doing? No. So you may need to get some help from some of the other athletes. You may PR your time in this. You may win it. But if you don't get help from the other athletes, it's going to be tough. So your job is to do the absolute best you can. Kimberly right here currently sitting in that 2nd place position in the heat. Great position for her. She's not up in those top numbers, but
Johan Salas
but she does need to keep pushing, and so far this is a great event for her. So again, she's in that 5th place position. Not going to get her all the way up into the leaderboard as of yet with this, but she needs to perform, and that's what she's doing.
Johan trying to break down and get ahead. He was level with Hunter Tribe coming into our 4th event yesterday. Johan Salas.
It looks like Johan just goes and edges out Hunter Tribe.
And Andrea Valle. So our 2 leaders on the leaderboard are going to be our 2 leaders to finish off our competition for the morning on day number 3. Andrea Valle. Only 3 reps to go and doing it easy.
Those are fantastic reps. I love the way she's able to lean back. You can tell she's starting to fail, starting to get tired. That's why she's getting that chicken wing. She's trying to climb up a little early.
Oh, nails it.
But competition, just got to make it. Just got to make it happen. Do what you got to do and make it work just like that.
Andrea Valle from Costa Rica. Pulling ahead now, the final meters on the ski coming. Gabriel Montero onto the ski as well. Hunter Tribe all finished up. Johan Salas, your leader. Montero in 5th position. 90 points back from Nick Bullock, so out of contention for that podium. And time is going to tick away for some of our athletes. And Sarah Nappy unable to finish off. The final event of the day as we draw it to a close. Day number 3 of the 2026 Adaptive and Teenage CrossFit Games. Live from San Jose, California. First time we've been back here since 2016. It feels good to be back in California, let me tell you.
I mean, I love it in California. What can you say, right? It's great out here. But more than that, I just love having all of our different divisional groups here. We have our teams, we have our teams, we have our masters, we have our adaptive, we have our individuals, all in one locale. I mean, San Jose right now is swarmed with CrossFitters. It's fantastic.
Anthony Monaco, bottom right of your screen, and Gavin Sapel. Gavin getting introduced to the adaptive CrossFit world from Anthony. And Cameron Whitaker looking for another title.
Cam first off those chest to bar pull-ups or those pull-ups.
150-point lead already for Cam.
I mean, solid. I mean, well, you know how he is. I mean, he's so good at everything that he does. He's been able to showcase his strength. Laura Farhat right there in the purple top and the orange shorts. These are your box turnarounds.
And putting our seated 3, our wheelchair athletes to work in a range of skills. Very similar to what we're seeing at the far end. Lauren Farhat to the bottom left of your screen.
Wow, Lauren just went on that turnaround. Did you see that handstand walk down and turn around? Didn't even come down.
Chrislane Schuler at the bottom right of screen. Must be buoyed by the wins by the Brazilians in the 14-15 teenage division.
Schuler down at the bottom right-hand side of your screen working in the green. Great handstand position. I'll tell you what, she looks fantastic. Just gonna let herself lean forward just a little bit more so she has more of that controlled fall, and that'll get her down the floor a little bit easier.
Lauren Farhat on the bottom left, making her way back down. Ivan Rangelovici getting through his turnarounds.
Lauren setting up with her grips there. You see, getting them nice and secure so she can get into these bar muscle ups. Nice pike position. Good pop of the hips. Nice leaning back, using that momentum in those lats to pull herself up and over that bar.
Lauren Farhat, 175-point lead. Dominating.
Fantastic finish with those muscle ups as she gets into her final 125 meters on the ski.
Halfway through the time cap of 6 minutes, Antonio Bonanno leading the way for our seated 3 division. He's in the top left corner of your screen. Ghislaine Schuler about to get finished up with that handstand, and she does.
They're giving it to her? Yeah, there we go. Got both hands across the line. And then going into those single leg squats.
Monaco back into shot in the top right corner of your screen. Farhat to the bottom left. There's Bonanno in the top left. Leading the way, Ghislaine Schuler making her way back. As Lauren Farhat gets the job done in under 4 minutes. Still 2 minutes left on our time cap. Cam Whitaker jumps himself into the lead ahead.
Yeah, that's Cam in the background there on the right-hand side. He's got his hands on the handles of that ski erg. There he is right there, 125 meters.
Cam Whitaker will continue the dominance of the seated 3 division. Diana Jordan. We saw Diana last year with the handstand walk. And our handlers again doing a wonderful job. Ivan Rangelovici to the front of your screen. Anthony Monaco coming back. Antonio Bonanno just taking a break between reps. Rangelovici getting another rep. Ghislaine Schuler on the right-hand side. Morgan Ramos to the left. Ghislaine Schuler. There's another problem with a height difference. Grabbing those handles.
That is a problem for sure.
30 seconds. How far can Ghislaine get through? Schuler,
Yeah.
300-point lead. We'll make it 299 to round it up. A massive lead for Ghislaine Schuler. Beth Tannant in second and Kirsten Kenny in third. And it is going to roll out that way towards the end of the competition as well for our final event. It is going to be the 5-minute limits. But things wrapped up here for
Broad jumps, 10 more single leg squats to the box, 10 more pull-ups, and then that final 200-meter ski, 6-minute time cap.
Lauren Farhat. Excitement level through the roof. She's such a great personality and just enjoying what she's doing. Getting old, are you kidding?
Right.
She's plenty more in the tank. Come on.
No, I mean, she's fine. I think, you know, riding off a win like that, getting an overall win in that event, knowing that you have one more event coming up, but being so dominant, it's really tough. Plus, she's just an extroverted type of person. You know what I mean? She's out there having fun. She doesn't shy away from anything. And she's a big, bright light, man. Let it shine.
Heidi Ward-McGrath on the left of your screen. Jamie McInerney, our Oceania contingent. For our men, Dan Long, the first to the pistol squats. Jamie McInerney holding down that second spot on the leaderboard, but only just. Liana Gerber in hot pursuit and on the same points, but only separated by those placements and the finishes. Nui Bartlett's getting chased down from Dan Long, only 20 points separating 1 from 2.
Your leader on the ladies' side right now in this event, Lauren Taylor. Fantastic job on those burpees, not having any problem as she moves her way through the squats. And she's the first female back to the rig. You see down the lower right-hand side, very right-hand side of that screen in the purple shorts. Working on those chest to bar in that butterfly style. Again, we have 6-minute time cap. 6-minute time cap right here. There's Lauren on the left-hand side at the bottom, crushing all of the gymnastics that there was to do, getting herself right into the final 200 meters on the ski erg. Again, we talked about this, so much energy in Lauren. She's doing more work than she needs to. She's not getting all the work out of here, but she's so far in the lead compared to the rest of the field. Absolutely just phenomenal athlete, dominating right now.
Well, she's going to be one of those special athletes to go into the final event of the day with 6 wins from 6 events.
I mean, that's called momentum, right? When you have that momentum, especially for someone like Lauren, she thrives on that.
And confidence as well.
I mean, that's where the confidence comes from.
Oh, Lauren Taylor doing it easy. Kyle Harper getting the job done for our Neuro moderates, and that's going to do him some wonders on the leaderboard. Kyle Harper currently sitting in 3rd position, 354 points, the South African. Not sure if it'll be enough to catch our top 2, Dan Long and Nui Bartlett. Nui in the green shirt to the left of center of the screen. There's Jamie McInerney finishing up. And we'll have to find out exactly where Liana Gerber is going to finish. Looks like Liana has already completed the work. We'll have to wait till our results come in officially. For all your competition results, make sure you head to competitioncorner.net.
David Carpenter right there in the green on top left. Watch this big kip swinging up off the box, trying to get as much pendulum as he can to get his chest up to the bar.
The bottom
nice
right
technique there.
Position, Petra van der Putten Klauwens from the Netherlands. The last rep was difficult. And tenacity.
I mean, she's trying to get there. That's a slow pull. I would rather have her get a little bit more pendulum swing. Pulling a straight dead pull like that's really tough. She really needs to use that that David Carpenter swing and kip.
Oh, there's that massive kip from David Carpenter and gets that last rep complete. Spot on. Big kip. Gets it done. Oh, look at the ski technique, top left of your screen. It's like a butterfly swim technique.
But I was gonna say hummingbird. Let's say hummingbird right there. That's some speed on them wings.
And Petra gets that final rep on the far right of your screen. And Lauren Taylor, 3:35.
or, you know, you have some sort of an impairment, he doesn't care, and that's what's cool. It's like, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do this. Like, you want to see me do strict handstand push-ups? Let me show you.
He had me at strict handstand push-ups. big fan. There are your lane results from your 2-point upper impairment. 2 points of contact on the equipment or the objects the athletes are dealing with. Josue Maldonado at 6 points ahead of Lloyd Burns and David Leclerc, 24 points back. And for our ladies, it is going to be Elaine DeRocco ahead of Christina Mazzullo and Julie Halberstam jumping into third, 2 points behind. 5-minute limits presented by Velites.
So 50 on the wall balls, 20 on the toes to bar, 10 alternating D-balls shouldered to shoulder, and then carry that ball to the finish. 5-minute time cap for our athletes out there.
Apologies, I got ahead of myself. 5-minute limit, that's coming up later on.
What, are you in a 5-minute rush right now or what? How about?
Yes.
Yeah.
we are actually getting to Catalyst. And for our athletes hitting the competition floor in the upper 2-point division.
This will be your ski event here for our athletes. We got the ski, the chest to bar pull up, the 10 pistols, the dumbbell overhead carry, 10 pistols, 5 muscle ups, and the 200-meter ski.
Yelena Simons and Josue Maldonado leading the way. Elaine DeRocco, she's in lane 5. And there's Danilo de Souza. Sung-Hoon Kim, thumbs up, let's go, he says. Lloyd Burns, 3 athletes in. Henry Dunn, 4. As you notice on Danilo de Souza, with that attachment to the handle, so 2 points of contact for our athletes in the upper body division. Means that they can get their hand or arm in contact with 2 points with an attachment or a strap, wrist strap, whatever it might be.
Josue Maldonado is incredible with those pulls. Again, very fast. He is getting up high with his handles. And look at the connection between his arms and his torso. That was fantastic.
Emilian Denimal on to the right of your screen. David Leclerc in the green shirt in the center of the shot there. Leclerc currently in third position. And he is 24 points back from Lloyd Burns in second place. And that big kip, Julia Halberstam. Kip first, she's getting so much distance, just not getting the chest to bar connection.
And what you need is when you do have that big swing, you gotta pop your hips as hard as you can. Doesn't matter where you hit on your chest, as long as it's somewhere in the front of the torso, you're gonna be okay.
Josue Maldonado in the orange and black. Halberstam in the background on the far left, bottom of screen. Elaine DeRocco, your leader for the division.
Wow, her and Mueller are very tight down in the bottom left.
Corinne Muller from CrossFit Blue Arena in France. Oh, Elaine DeRocco.
Take that for a race. Take that for a race. Oh, and there's a mistake right there by DeRocco.
Getting ahead of, hey, just like me, I got ahead of myself.
Can't get ahead of yourself. Look what happens.
Oh.
Nice single leg squats for Mueller down in the bottom left, making her way through. None of those were even close. Not even an issue with the judge or the depth that she had going on there.
She's currently sitting in 5th position. 58 points out of 3rd position. Event win here.
Oh, and it was a no rep right there for Mueller down at the bottom.
Josue Maldonado in the orange shirt, black shorts, and he is done first.
Wow, that was a big win right there.
And it looks like it is going to be Leclerc getting in. Henry Dunn on the left. Probably not the best recovery position I've seen.
I couldn't breathe like that. I couldn't breathe like that.
Elaine DeRocco onto the ski. Not too long for Elaine DeRocco to get done. Perrin Muller getting the attachment sorted.
And Mueller was first back to the rig for those bar muscle-ups, but just having some struggle trying to get her chest up over that bar. But while she's working on that, we have Halberstam that's just moved in. Again, that big kip that you talked about for the chest to bar, she utilized that to get herself up and over the bar for the bar muscle-ups. And then look at her just attack this ski.
DeRocco leading. And she has got a comfortable lead of 80 points over Christina Mazzullo. Halberstam currently sitting in 3rd, 2 points back from Mazzullo. This could jump her ahead, heading into the final event as DeRocco slams it down on the box. That will do. Bit of a boogie to boots. The Brazilian. Oh, it's Sunday Brazil Day here. Elaine DeRocco.
Halberstam is done after that just absolute smashing on the ski.
That makes it 4 event wins for Elaine DeRocco. Anthony Di Lorenzo there on the top left of your screen, part of the support crew for Logan Torrance, who is 2 reps away from finishing the bar muscle up. Time ticking away. 6-minute time cap. Logan Torrance has got 50 seconds left. There's one. Josue Maldonado, Sam Lysett, Henry Dunn, Emilian Danimal, Seung-Hoon Kim, and Danilo De
There's
Souza.
another one.
Look at the supports. And they're going to bring him home. 20 seconds. How far can he get?
I know he's got a big smile on his face right now, though, with all of his buddies around him.
David Leclerc in the green. Good result from him. We'll see what happens to the results as they fall out. Anthony Di Lorenzo just in front of us. What better way to finish than have all your competitors around cheering on to finish?
Bunch of high fives, bunch of knuckles for all the fellas out there. Great way to finish.
Upper 1 point now. Our women for the upper 1 point and our short statured division taking the floor. And for our gentlemen on the other side of the competition floor, it will be our full 1 point upper division. Victor Hugo Asaf, he just continues to impress with what he's able to do.
You know, he is so strong and just so experienced in competition. But I tell you what, it was really fun to see some of the other athletes in his respective division getting heavier lifts than he could in the big lift. I like that. That means we have a lot of other heavy hitters here in the mix.
Emily Cairns in control. Winner in 24, finishing in second place last year. And she is going to dominate the upper 1 point for the rest of competition. Annie Bridegroom, now there's a newcomer to competition this year and finding yourself in the lead on day number 3. That must give you a whole lot of confidence starting something new.
Well, you're starting something new. You don't know what it feels like, so you don't have the pressure issues yet. You know what I mean? It's like, this is fun, and I'm at the top. So we'll see what you can do for these last 2 events. But as we get into this event right here, we have our catalyst sponsored by FloElite, our upper 1 point, 200-meter ski, 10 jumping chest to bar pull-ups, 10 single leg squats, 20-foot dumbbell overhead carry, those 70 and the 50-pound, 10 more single leg squats, 5 pull-ups, and a 200-meter ski to finish it off.
Our current standings for our men's upper 1 point, Victor Hugo Asaf, 476 points. Mike Bitton on 392. The Frenchman doing well once again, winning last year. Artyom Sandikov, 356, but Brian Knight in 344. 2 events to come. Rachel Marta excited to get things going. Jenny Weiss, her first time in competition as well. There's Annie Bridegroom, 3rd athlete in. She's got the boogie happening as well. She's excited to get underway. And why wouldn't you be? Irene Wanandi from Indonesia all the way down, getting ready. Orlovsky set, ready to go. Upper 1 point. So upper 1 point division will be 1 point of contact with the upper body limbs.
Big, big, big pulls right there. Now, with these, with our 1 point athletes, I think it's really even more important to have that connection between that arm and the shoulder and the body. You want to make sure that you don't have a lot of flexion. So you can see right there in the center of your screen, the green shirt, that's very tight between the arm and the chest. So every single one of those pulls, you're going to have maximum out or input into that computer that fan's going to be reading.
Orlovsky not messing around from the Czech Republic. Michael Libby, 2 athletes in. There's Jenny Weiss to the far left. That's a very smooth and controlled butterfly pull-up. Annie Bridegroom.
Working on those single leg squats, trying to get that hip crease below the knee. Wow, those are beautiful. All the way down. Look, she's wearing her lifters for that too, to get that little bit of that angle, a little bit better hip position and body position as she gets down into that squat.
Ana Lopez. And a little bit of lactate there.
I'd shake it out too. I get it, I get it.
Final rep. Oh, great set of single leg squats. And now, it's not just being able to do the ski, the rig, or the pistols. The dumbbell is going to be one of our next components. Emily Cairns, bottom left. Alongside her, Hayley Pember-Calvert's. Jenny Weiss to the bottom right of the screen. The top left is Dominic Orlovsky, and Ludik Vandervrie coming back into frame in the top right corner. Mark Samuel back to the ski, but Victor Hugo Asaf doing enough to get the event and heat win in Catalyst for our upper 1 point.
I didn't even see Victor with that black shirt on. He was like a ninja that whole time. Just blended in. Crazy how fast he'll go.
Now Brian Knight's still battling with those pistols. Looking from the outside in, Brian Knight's. Now, do you remember back 2 years ago when Kevin introduced the one-arm soda bar and the athletes went, whoa.
Yeah.
Now we've got one-arm pull-ups.
I mean, I like the fact that you can do that kipping position like that, but you got to put it in there. That is something, if you are a one-point athlete, how could you not think that that would be in there? Kevin, of course, is going to have that in there.
The progression and adaptation of the athletes on the floor has increased significantly in the last couple of years. Mark Semmel, top right, done. Irene Monundi, bottom right. Emily Cairns smiling away, bottom left. And Wesley Quiroz, all done. He's in the top left of the screen. Doesn't seem overly happy with that. Cairns about to finish. And Emily Cairns finishing in second. Chase Walker, the coach from CrossFit Claremont. And there's Hayley Pember-Calvert, the two Aussie girls. Ludovic van der Vrey, top right of your screen. Hayley getting to work. Apologies. Lopez still working away, just resting in between her pull-ups. Emily Cairns with another event win.
She's just failing on those on the pull-ups for Lopez there, just making it really tough. First to get to there, last to come off though.
Orlovsky still getting to work, time ticking away. And we are all done for the first and only heats for Catalyst in the upper 1 point division.
So StrengthFlex Fitness is, we're based out of South Carolina. We manufacture sandbags, manufacture rigs, a couple different things. We also private label some equipment for other companies. Everything's made in the USA.
Current standings, Tori Clinch also a newcomer to competition. And putting in some great performances as well, 468 points, enough of a buffer. Our top three will remain the same over the course of our first event, Catalyst. We have got two events for our athletes in the seeded 2 division. For our men, Tom Miazga, Aaron Honzik, only 40 points back, and Russell Olmendinger, 400 points. This is Catalyst, presented by Velites.
So our seated 2 athletes, we have 150 meters on the ski, 10 chest to bar pull-ups, 10 push-up plate walkovers, 40-foot wheelie, 10 push-up plate walkovers again, 10 ring muscle-ups, and then 150 meters on that ski erg for 6-minute time cap.
Our lane assignments, Tori Clinch looking to clinch her first title at the 2026 Adaptive and Teenage CrossFit Games. And the battle between Olmendinger, Miazga and Honzik will continue. Fernando Campos, Adam Page, Roberto Sanchez. And good point from Adam Page. Which side of the ski erg do we go to? Got to ask these questions. Better to know now than later.
I mean, if you didn't know, I'm glad you now know. Tori Clinch, first time at the CrossFit Games, only, what'd you say, 6 months?
Yeah.
6 months of CrossFit time. And I think it's fantastic that she's found this community, found what everyone's doing, and is, what all the athletes are up to.
Something in the English water, I think.
Again, yes. Those big, long arms of Tom Miazga in the black shirt there in the orange. Those big, gigantic, puffed arms of Mr. Aaron Honzig right there. Big, strong pulls. Same thing for Fabricio all the way on the right-hand side of the screen. Hands going up for our athletes. And I knew this one would be fast.
Miazga looking far. Taviera and Honzig, all three. Now, seated 2 division. Athletes have got hip function and can reposition their legs independently.
Chest to bar, you can see all the athletes pulling all the way up. Whoa, hey, come on, handler. Oh, down to the walkover push-ups. You know what, that was a great move right there. The fact that Aaron was aware of the fact it's like, hey, I don't need to go down to my chair. I need to get to those plates so we can do those push-ups. Very strong pressing power. We saw that over the last couple events. Tori doing her thing over here on this side. Working on her push-ups. Again, the speed, got a no rep there, but she's working on the speed to get up and over as we make our way back over to the men. 40 feet on the wheelie with Aaron Honzig in that lead position. 10 more of the plate walkovers. Now this is where Aaron, I think, made up a little bit of distance on Tom Miazga. You can see Tom in the back there in the black shirt. Aaron in the green shirt right in the middle of your screen. Hand up for Tom Miazga. We know that Aaron is also within those first 5. Aaron is up and he's going over to the rings for his ring muscle-ups. 5 on the ring muscle-ups. He has 1 rep ahead of Tom Miazga. There's 2 ahead of Tom Miazga. Aaron with 3. He's got 2 more left to go. Tom is moving really fast on his, though. Final rep there for Aaron Honzig. I'm sorry, I believe, what do you have, 3 more? 2 more left to go for Aaron. Aaron starting to slow down. Tom Miazga is able to finish ahead of Aaron. Both of our athletes up in the top right-hand corner of your screen, making their way over to the ski erg. Tom grabs those handles first. 150 meters on the ski as Jasmine Mock in the bottom left-hand corner is working on her ring muscle-ups. Actually, she's 2 screens right there, working in those. Shelly Chrono in the bottom right-hand side in the all-black, trying to get her walkovers done. But we have our big battle between our 2 lead athletes in Tom Miazga in the black and Aaron Honzig in the green at that top right-hand box. Tom Miazga just edges out Aaron Honzig by about, I don't even know, a second or 2. That was crazy fast between those 2 athletes. I saw Aaron pointed him out. Yeah, I see you, man. I see you. Jasmine Mock right there working to get her ring muscle-ups off the left-hand side. You see Shelly Chrono. Working through her ring muscle-ups as well. Jasmine Mock trying to get a big swing into that out of her chair.
Shelly.
Tori Clinch off to the right-hand side there. 4 reps left to go on her ring muscle-ups. Jasmine Mock finishes up her set of rings as she makes her way back to the ski erg for her final set. of 150 meters on the ski erg. Fabricio up in the top right-hand side of your screen, working through those ring muscle-ups. Roberto Sanchez up in the top left-hand side, trying to get through his as well. But it looks like Jasmine Mock down in the bottom right-hand side has just a handful of meters left to go. 10 more meters.
Jasmine, this is the result she needs as well. Sitting behind Elizabeth Foster and Tori Clinch. Jasmine Mock. Important points coming her way. And if you're going to cut down a 48-point lead, that is the best way to do it. 5:08's our unofficial win time. And Shelley Chrono back to the ski. Fabrizio Taviera. Taviera, top right of your screen. Sanchez getting his done.
And Shelley's down there having a conversation.
Gee, that's really
well, I'm not going to
surprising.
make it. I don't think I'm going to make it, but I'm going to go ahead and hang out. This will be great. Oh, okay, we're done. I'll give you a hug now. How about
That's
that?
really surprising that Shelley's talking.
No way, really? Yeah, right.
Doesn't mind a chat. Shelley Chrono. For our seeded one, Andrea Wilson, Becca Storm Nagel, and Haley Kuhn. Our seeded three, Hope Cattell and Smiley Williams leading the way ahead of Sophie Wilson. This is Catalyst presented by Velites.
So for our C2-1 athletes, 150 meters on the ski, 10 chest-to-bar pull-ups, 10 push-up plate walkovers with a 40-foot wheelie after that, 10 more push-up plate walkovers, 5 ring muscle-ups, and 150 meters on the ski. 6-minute time cap.
6 minutes, not a lot of time for our athletes. Yelena Simons for heat number 15, our seeded one, seeded three. 3 of our ladies in each division. And our seeded one for our men, Joe Kai. Still working their way towards the top of that leaderboard. 8 points separating Kai from Joe. Brandon Mance in third. And 32 points ahead of Stefan Roche, who had a great afternoon yesterday. And
Smiley
finishing with a third and a second. Smiley always smiling.
Doing Smiley things. Rebecca Storm-Nagle right there, looking very focused before she grabbed a hold of those handles.
Stefan Roche, front and center. Rion Holloway, next athlete in. Nikodem Shonka from Poland. Here's Brandon Mance. Malo Masak to the far right of screen, Jacob Smith. Andrea Wilson, 25 weeks pregnant and still managing to dominate and letting go of those handles like Bill Grunder likes to see.
I love that. What I think is more impressive right now, handler-wise, so she has her son acting as her handler, and man, he moves with the intensity of a NASCAR pit crew member right now. The speed that he went from behind the chair to get up here in front to be able to hold Andrea's knees for these pull-ups is fantastic. There she is working on that big, strong pull.
Hope and Annalise
working on those box U-turns.
Sophie finishing as well. Smiley first to get done. Back to the U-turns. Tried one of these?
I have in the past, yeah.
Yes, so have I. Difficult.
All I have to say is doing what these athletes do takes a lot of practice.
Doesn't it what?
Lots of speed there with Annalise. She was moving really well. Sophie Wilson doing her thing as well. Looking really fired up on her 40-foot push.
Our seated 3 athletes, they've got significant impairments affecting both the upper and lower body. They're the seated quadriplegic division.
Stephen Roche working on his 40-foot wheelie. 20 down, 20 back. Smiley Wilson making her way down. Hope Cattell already done with her chest to bar pull-ups, working on her final 125 meters on the ski. That's her at the bottom right-hand side in the all black. Kai Vickers up at the top right-hand side, working on his push-up walkovers. Hope Cattell
having to make up a little bit of ground on the way back from the 40-foot push and back to the U-turns, but getting it done with the Scotch. She's looking a little bit wrecked after that one.
Yeah.
That was hard work.
I know that feeling. Pushing to complete exhaustion. There's nothing left in the tank on that one. That was fabulous. Stefan Roche working on those push-up walkovers. Oh, and he got a no rep on that one side. Saw the judge and look up in the look of just complete despair on Stefan Roche. Fatiguing out.
And there's Sophie Wilson, part of the Matt Hampson Foundation in Leicestershire, in the middle of England, and providing support, relief and treatment for anyone over the age of 16 that has suffered from any sort of injury or disability that has arisen from sport or a sporting activity, which I think is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, because what it is when you have someone that's active like that, they need to know how to be active again. Sophie done with her chest to bar pull-ups. Getting back to the ski rig like we see our athletes here. Andrea Wilson on the left-hand side. Rebecca on the right-hand side.
Great to see Rebecca back in competition again. South African taking the year off last year. Andrea Wilson, what better person to go and chase down?
I mean, yeah, legend in the sport, right? Andrea's done. Hand up in the air for Rebecca, lower right-hand side. Hand just goes up for Sophie Wilson on the left-hand side.
Andrea Wilson, 900 points last year in competition. looking to do the same thing this time around. Stefan Rocher, the muscle ups. Sophie Wilson, happy with that finish. And there's the flag in the background on the bottom left of the screen, the Matt Hampson Foundation. We're not far away from finishing up our seated 1 division. And for our ladies, our seated 1 and seated 3. Good.
It's a water-resistant hat with a PVC bill, so you can wash it as many times as you want. It's not going to warp on you. But the unique thing about this is that we have a pack.
Well in the lead, but the race for second and third.
For our neuromuscular major division, this is Catalyst by Velites. 150 meters on the ski, 10 jumping pull-ups, 10 squats to a box, 20-foot bear crawl, 10 squats to a box, 5 pull-ups, and that final 150 meter on the ski. 6 minute on the time cap.
Our lane assignments at the top, Carissa Glover getting the FloElite Grit and Performance Award from yesterday. Some outstanding performances right across every division. Roy Gunther Jr. leading the way, 444 points, but tight between Joshua Speedle and Alan Castana. Equal on 374 points. And 29 points back to Kevin Araya. John Sherrill rounding out our top 5 for our major Neuro men's division.
Working on that coordination between our athletes and the equipment and the handlers. They want to make sure that they have all the things that they need so that they're able to get out there and compete without being impeded by not having the tools they need, having the right tools that they need out there, right heights on the boxes, etc. Learning that game plan between the handler and the athlete.
Jenna Capellini underway in your top 3, chasing down your leader. There's Tracy Bartalo to the left, currently in third. Have a look at the size. Joshua Speedle compared to the ski. He's as tall as the ski.
I mean, height is always going to be a good thing when you're talking about a machine. Size always, mass moves mass. Now, and I also really like the way he's pulling on that cable. Nice and tall with the arms, pulling down until that moment where you lose the tension in that cable. So make every single one of those pulls count.
Susan Gilson moving quickly. And there's Carissa Glover. As I mentioned, out there getting the award earlier on with one of our teenagers, Redding Williams, and almost the same height. Speedle with that long way to go down, and your lots on the left of your screen.
Working on this squat position. Again, standard for a squat in our CrossFit methodology is hip crease below the knee. But if you're unable to get down there, you bring your knees up. Moving right from there to a shoulder element. This is going to be your bear crawl.
Alan Castana moving quickly back to the box. Kevin Araya, one of those athletes that needs to get a wriggle on. He's the closest to Alan Castana. Speedle back to the box, as is John Sherrill on the women's side. Jenna Capolini in first. Back to the pull-up bar. How good.
A beautiful strict chin up.
Beautiful.
And there's a lot, I'll tell you what, there are a lot of women in the CrossFit space, of all the CrossFit affiliates across the world, that wish they had a pull-up just like that.
I was going to say, very envious of what they're seeing on camera.
But that right there is why these athletes are the elite level of their division.
Kevin Araya to the far right, moving back to the ski. Alan Castana underway. Sydney Peterson, bottom left. Dipping that head down as much as possible. John Sherrill taking a break. If you are a child of John Sherrill, good afternoon.
He says hello.
Meredith Sorensen.
Whoa!
Bam.
Wow, she snuck right in there. Tracy Bartolo was ahead of her, but that was some serious ski power.
Now, important result from Meredith as she heads towards the final event this afternoon, getting some more distance between herself and Jenna Capolini. There's an extra 10 points. She moves to 540 points. Speedle on the left, Sherrill in the middle. Roy Gunther Jr. Hannah Webster. Power down. And keeping the tension on those cords of the ski.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, walk in the park for Hannah. Ahead of Jenna Capolini as well. John Sherrill, top left.
And again, it all comes down for Capolini. It was that pull-up. Beautiful strict pull-ups, but just fatigued out.
Sherrill working hard to try and get a rep done in the last 90 seconds. Roy Gunther Jr. Now, this is the time where the athletes need to rest, but I know they don't want to.
Well, it's hard. You know, you only have 1 minute and 15 seconds left, so how can you rest? It's a tough one. That's a tough one to play with. Oh! Jenna down at the bottom, just holding on there.
Celia Sprouse, bottom left of your screen. Riley Weinstein. Top left, Joshua Speedle. And John Sherrill. Speedle currently in second and has lost some ground to Alan Castana, who has finished up. Castana will move into second. And Kevin Araya has closed the gap, but by how much? John Sherrill straight down the lens, yes sir. The last 10 seconds coming up shortly. Capolini.
Down to her final rep and just not able to do it.
But I'm impressed with her strict pull-ups.
Great strict pull-ups. I'm going to make a suggestion. She's such a studly athlete, just has to learn how to get a swinging pull-up in there. Use that body. Strict is great. Let's get you a little bit of a kip in there.
So Strength Flex Fitness is, we're based out of
The United States, San Jose, to represent. And here are your current standings. Our ID division. For our with and without chromosomal condition, Dylan Creamer well and truly in the lead. It is the Catalyst presented by Velites.
So with our intellectual with a CC, we have 150 meter ski, 10 pull-ups, 10 air squats, 20 feet of bear crawl, 10 more air squats, 10 chest to bar pull-ups, and that final 150 meter ski.
Our lane assignments, everyone chasing down Julia Lane in lane number 3 with our intellectual disability with chromosomal condition. There are your lane assignments for your gentlemen. Cassidy Lungskog just ahead. Tessa Kirky only 20 points back. Kira Weber 20 points back as well. One of the tightest divisions we have. Toby Akbis. Focus on.
Yeah, all these athletes very locked and loaded focus-wise, which is really cool to see. Just really excited to get after it. They saw how exciting it was for all the other divisions and what they all had to do to get into it. And so we see all of these athletes getting to put their hat into the ring and really get after it. Miss Julia Lang right there doing her thing. And look at the way she's attacking. Now, she's a little loose in the shoulder, but there is a lot of effort that she's putting into every single one of those strokes.
Toby Akbis about to finish up, as is Nevin Smith in lane number 3. Sam Stubbs in the orange and black. And that torso of Oscar Jessup moving through the skis. Jordan Cabrita to the back right. Your leader, Dylan Creamer.
And Dylan looks great on those pull-ups. Wow, that was an amazing set of kipping pull-ups.
84 points ahead of the man to his right, and I say man, he's only 17. He'll be a man shortly.
He will be a man shortly.
Oscar Jessup and 4 Australian boys in this division. Jordan Cabrita, Sam Stubbs, Oscar Jessup, and Dylan Creamer all in the top 5.
Dylan looking fantastic. He's got long legs. That's a long way for him to travel, but doing a fantastic job. And if you look at the shorter range of motion by Oscar Jessup, trying to pick up at speed and got him close, but he's still sitting 2 or 3 reps behind now.
And Dylan Creamer with that butterfly pull-up. Oscar Jessup with the kipping pull-up. Back to the ski for Dylan Creamer. Only dropping 1 place over the course of the competition so far, Dylan Creamer. Oscar Jessup will remain in second. Tessa Kirky currently in second behind Cassidy Lungskog. Julia Lane winning so far in the intellectual disability with chromosomal condition. Bottom left of screen. Bottom right of screen, Tessa Kirky. Toby Akbis, top left of screen, trying to get that pull-up done. Oscar Jessup. Ski complete. Julia Lane, bottom left. Beside her, Annie Leonard just shaking those hands out. Cassidy Lungskog, bottom right of screen in the all orange. Hayley Malakian in there as well. Annie Leonard just getting those hands chalked up, getting ready to go.
4 reps left to go for Julia. Great job on her pull-ups, too. Nice use of the body. Not necessarily your classic kit, but very tight. So she's getting a lot of torque and generating a lot of power to get herself up over that bar.
Annie Leonard in second position. Chasing down your leader on the leaderboard. It is Julia Lane heading back to the ski. Toby Akpas, top left of your screen. Jacob Meyer to the top right. Jordi Cabrita. Proving that he can do things that the doctors told him he couldn't.
Yeah, snub that nose at the doctor.
Well, it's probably more than a nose.
I'm sure.
Potentially been a middle finger as well.
Tessa down at the bottom, just got a no rep there. That's the second no rep that I've seen for Tessa down the lower right-hand side. There's a chest to bar right there, makes the contact.
Jordi Cabrita, top right of screen. Mum Danielle, number one supporter, I think Khan Porter, his handler and coach, is going to be probably second back to Danielle. Julia Lane finishing up with now 1 minute remaining. Jordi Cabrita. Oh, easy done. Just checking with the judge. How many reps do I have remaining?
I'll tell you what, Tessa down at the bottom left has probably done about 20 pull-ups already.
She's just got to do one more.
And she just has one more.
Still
just
one more.
Not making that chest to bar. That's been the issue. She's had so many with the final 5 seconds left to go here. See if she can get that last one in there.
Gets it done.
Oh my gosh.
After 20.
What? I made it? Oh my gosh.
After 21 failed reps, she gets it finally.
Crazy, crazy amount of reps.
Tessa Kirky in second position. Only 20 points back from Cassidy Lungskog. Where does this roll out with results? Another exciting finish for us in the intellectual disability with and without chromosomal condition.
Crowd's trying to get behind her to help her finish this out.
Leading the way for our intellectual disability without chromosomal condition. 5 from 5. Can he make it 7 from 7? Max Morrison well and truly in second. And Lucas Almeida Lima rounding out our top 3. It is Catalyst presented by Velites.
We have 200 meters on the ski, 10 pull-ups, 10 air squats. We have that 20-foot bear crawl again with more air squats, and then that final 10 chest to bar pull-ups, and ending up with 200 meters on the ski with that 6-minute time cap.
There are your lane assignments. Lance King will be in lane 5. Max Morrison in lane 6. And Lucas Almeida Lima in lane number 3. Sir Lancelot, they call him. Cliff Robinson to the left. There's Max Morrison on the right-hand side. Only one heat on the competition floor for heat number 18. And this will be our final heat before we take a break for the afternoon session. 2:51 local time. We'll get back to work with our seeded 3 division for our men hitting the competition floor, and on the opposite side of The competition floor will be our lower AK and lower BK divisions. And we get to 5-minute limits. Final event of the competition. We find out who is going to be our top 3 in our remaining divisions. Some are already set. We know exactly who they are.
All of our athletes jumping up right away, and wow, Mr. Lance King.
Very.
I mean, they need to get another ski out here just in case, because he is going to rip that fan apart.
That lane 5 has really copped it. Luke Reeson was in here
Oh
earlier.
my gosh. Like, everything's got to be all stretched out by now. So much power going to each one of those pulls.
Sean Miller.
Miller doing a great job of his pulls as well. Again, not a lot of wasted pull down at the bottom of the stroke. Robinson right here, using his body as he's jumping.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, but that cord in the middle of the ski erg right there, I'm guessing if that doesn't move much, your tension on the cord is going to be a lot better.
Well, I mean, you don't want to have that snapping, bouncing around, that sort of wiggling and wobbling. It's just inefficiency of the cable. I mean, you'll have a little bit of that, but what I really do like was the way that the distance of the pull was going on each one of those strokes that he was using, and then the power into each one of those. It wasn't a lot of wasted down at the bottom. Movement, but no power into it. Now we're down to that bear crawl. Having no problem there. We got all the way across that line.
Lance King.
20 feet, 10 feet down, 10 feet back, right into his second set of those air squats. Lance all by himself. You see the rest of the field here going to work as well as they get into their bear crawl. But Lance, you see him moving all the way to the back there. He gets into his chest to bar pull-ups. Nice big pop of the hips. Those feet come up, pops the hips, and then it uses that momentum to get his chest up to the bar.
Lance King. Give me a ski.
Which one is it?
Give me a ski. I'll go to anyone. Max Morrison.
I'll tell you what, 6-minute time cap. We are just cresting 2 minutes.
I reckon 2.5 minutes for Lance King. Oh, I would love to see the power output and numbers on that screen for Lance King. Actually, it wouldn't matter. They'd be off the charts anyway.
Right, yeah, totally. It's just blanking out. It's just zeros right now.
XXXXXX.
Yep.
Too much power. Lance King will continue his lead. Lance King done.
Wow.
600 points on the leaderboard for Lance King and looking for another title. Still got some work to do. One more event coming. Max Morrison.
No rep there. Made a pull-up, but not a chest-to-bar pull-up. The rest of our athletes out here are done with their gymnastic element, going to the ski, and really getting to work. Look at the tension and the power on each one of those strokes.
Bailey Pappas and Elliot Aslan are your two athletes in lanes 7 and 8 there at your bottom. Apologies, top of your screen now. Lucas Almeida Lima, bottom left. Sean Miller, top left. Cliff Robinson, bottom right. And Robinson, done. He's currently sitting in 4th. He's got 48 points to make up between himself and Lucas Almeida Lima. That will help.
That will definitely help. Yeah, a couple guys also squeezing in there.
Almeida Lima, still 2 athletes on the pull-ups. Lucas Almeida Lima. Now Max Morrison, who is in 2nd position overall. He's going to lose some spots back to Lucas and Cliff.
Set a little flex off right there in case you, little double bicep.
Elliot, flex away, buddy. Flex away. Sean Miller. Still a minute and 10 seconds. Max Morrison getting rid of those pull-ups. And who else is supporting him? But Lance King. Some great tension. Still time. Morrison will get it done. And a clean sweep from our intellectual disability without chromosomal condition. Oh, we've got
About
15
seconds.
yeah,
we're
15
so
seconds
close.
to go.
Ah, there we go. Nice work.
Oh, we have got one athlete left. It is Sean Miller.